Greetings, fellow detectives. How is everything working? Testing out the audio. Can everyone hear me okay? Testing out the visual. Can everyone see the game okay? We're trying to do Treasure in the Royal Tower today. I'm hoping my internet cooperates with me. Pull up my streaming stuff on my phone too. Okay, let's see. Oh, I never liked. I love this display capture where we can see everything. I have my chat open now, so I should be able to see if anyone is here. Is everything working okay? Close. Gotta get rid of my notifications. Hello, was very excited when I saw this pop up on my YouTube homepage. All seems well so far. How are you? I am doing good, Hound Dog. Thank you so much for asking. It's so nice to see you. I'm glad you're excited for Treasure in the Royal Tower. Today was it's a rainy day here, and I was just basically staring at my computer all day long planning lessons for kiddos. So it's been, I'm ready to relax with some Nancy Drew for sure. How is everyone else doing? Welcome, everyone. I'm glad everything seems to be working so far. I think we'll go ahead and get started with a new Treasure in the Royal Tower.
Hi there, it's me, Nancy. Dear George, so much for my Wisconsin ski vacation. I arrived here at Wickford Castle last night, just before a blizzard swept in. The mountain is completely shut down, and the surrounding roads are closed. I think I'm one of the few guests who made it to the castle at all. The place is huge and old and slightly creepy under the circumstances. You should hear this wind. What's more, the owner, Christy Lane, my father's friend, is away on business. I tried to ask the caretaker, Dexter Egan, how I could contact her, but he said he didn't know. Doesn't that seem odd? I couldn't help feeling like there was something he wasn't telling me. All this makes me a little nervous, but I'm determined to enjoy myself. After all, this is a vacation, right? I have big plans to explore the castle. That Ezra Wickford, the original owner, must have been quite a character to have built such an extraordinary place. It's filled with strange, dead-end corridors, for one thing. And I noticed one of the towers is totally different from the other ones. Of course, I'll have to save some time to meet Jacques Brunet, the French ski instructor. Tell Bess she'll be the first to know if he's half as gorgeous in person as he looks on his website. So, George, I guess things never quite go according to plan, but at least this time, the culprit is just a snowstorm. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy. Now all I need is a mailbox.
Hello, Golden Moon. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your steak. That sounds delicious. I love rainy days. Perfect for relaxing. Exactly. It's perfect for Nancy Drew. You mentioned lessons with kids. Are you a teacher? I was pursuing becoming a teacher in university too. Yeah, I am a speech therapist, but I work in an elementary school, so I have a lot of the same responsibilities as an elementary school teacher, but just with respect to working with children with communication disorders. So planning distance learning right now, which has been very interesting. Really love this game. Yeah, this one is so iconic. Although this is one of the more understated bedrooms that Nancy stays in, which is a little interesting considering Wickford Castle. I want that painting. What else do we have in here? I'm guessing that is the bathroom, or is that how we get out? That's how we get out. That's the bathroom. Okay. Nice that they actually show us where that is in this game. Over here. Sassy detective. Poll results the verdict on what makes a case truly irresistible. And then we have this little lesson on fingerprinting. That'll come in handy later. Awesome. This radiator.
Sounds like the radiator is broken.
There's definitely something wrong with the radiator. I'd be a little bit concerned about that if I was Nancy. We get to control the time again. That makes for a very happy wizard kitten. We have some of Nancy's things over here. Looks like she's put her clothes in the drawers. Do you guys do this when you go to hotels and vacation places? Like, I never put my clothes in the dressers. I just keep them in my suitcase. It just seems like an extra step. That's very cool. One of my classmates earlier this semester was also pursuing becoming a speech therapist too. That's awesome. It's a really interesting career. You feel like being a doctor, but only from, like, the neck up. It can be really cool. Ooh, the Wickford Castle menu. Okay, what's everyone gonna get from the menu? I am immediately drawn to basically all of the desserts, except for the sugar-crusted jerky. Maybe not that. I want the key lime pie, Odyssey to Banana Land. Yes, please. Chocolate mayhem. Also, yes, please. White cheddar ice cream log. All-you-can-eat fried chicken drumsticks. I wonder if anyone would ever order that. Fried bologna. Sandwich supreme on white bread with potato chips. Ooh, anchovy heaven. Oh. Hello. Welcome. An incomplete name. That's so funny. I love that. That's such a fun little name. Better than nothing broccoli surprise. Oi, these choices. Baby back ribs with creature of the night barbecue sauce doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, what are you guys all ordering? If you have to get dinner at Wickford Castle, what are you ordering? Okay, can we look at Nancy's suitcase? Did I just not do it right? No. Can we not look at the suitcase? Oh, there we go. I thought so. Better than nothing. No kidding. The drumsticks. Yep, the drumsticks would be good. Of course, incomplete name. You're very welcome. I never put clothes in drawers in hotels either. I picked the Odyssey to Banana Land. Yes, that sounds so good. Broccoli shade again. Ribs. Yes. The creature of the night sauce sounds a little bit, like, sketchy, but I'm assuming it's just like a play on words and it's still really good sauce. Welcome to Wickford Castle. In 1920, Ezra Wickford, the inventor of chocolate milk, yum, dreamed of building a castle like no other. The project took 7 years, 132 carpenters, and millions of dollars, but by the time it was done, Wickford Castle had become an architectural marvel. Then in 1945, Wickford mysteriously locked himself away in the castle and allowed the place to fall into a state of decline. After Wickford's death, the castle was closed down for many years, its fate unknown, until it was finally inherited and reopened by his great-niece Christy Lane in 1990. Now it is one of the most popular vacation resorts in the Midwest. Why have I never heard of it? I've been all over Wisconsin. Outdoor attractions. Scenic Butter Ridge. In the winter months, you've got some good skiing, it looks like. In the warmer months, some nice hiking. That's basically a description of the Midwest. In the winter, you have some skiing, and in the summer, you have some hiking. And fishing, and camping, and various other outdoor activities. Hi, Emily. I'm a nurse at a skilled rehab facility. Lots of speech, physical, and OTs. Yeah. I work night shift, so I'm leaving as they come in, but I appreciate all their work for their patients. That's awesome. I appreciate all the work you do, Emily. Very important job you have. I did one of my internships in a skilled nursing facility when I was getting my master's degree. Okay. Anything in the desk? Did it come back? Are we back yet? I think it did cut out. Are we working again? Testing. Testing. Are we working yet? Stream is back for me. Okay. Thank you everyone for being so patient with my really bad internet. I'm so sorry. I'm glad we're back. It's alive! We made it. Okay, thank you. Glad we're back. Okay, so we can't go down this way.
It's too dark.
Nancy
I should
doesn't...
take the elevator.
Alive! Nancy doesn't want to walk downstairs in the dark. Silly Nancy. How boring of you, Nancy. You don't want to go walking downstairs in a pitch black tunnel? Okay, so we are in the main alcove with some suspiciously still snow outside. We've got knights all around. That's crazy. What else?
Hello, Miss Drew. Did you get squared away upstairs?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Egan. My room is charming, but I think there's something wrong with my radiator. It hisses, and there's a clanging noise, too. Would you mind checking it out for me?
Sorry about that inconvenience, but you're just gonna have to sit tight for a while. I'm the only one on duty while the owner's away, and around here it seems like even if it ain't broke, it still needs fixing. Last time I checked, there were only 24 hours in a day, and now to make matters worse, there have been a couple of incidents.
No worries, my internet's atrocious too. Thank you, Hound Dog. Congrats on the master's degree. Thanks for that too, yeah. The stream kept looping that part while it cut out. Oh no!
I hope it's nothing serious. The owner, Christy Lane, is a friend of my father's, and I know how much she loves this castle.
Everything's under control. Is there something else, Miss Drew?
Oh jeez, sorry.
I just need a stamp to send this letter, and then I'll be off to explore the castle.
Well, I can take your letter, but the mail's not going anywhere for a while. It's snowing like there's no tomorrow out there. So explore all you want. Take the grand tour. But forget about the library. It's off limits.
Sounds like you mean business, Mr. Egan. What happened? Too many overdue books?
Someone vandalized our historic library. Really turned the place upside down. The owner, Miss Lane, she's gonna be pretty upset.
Why would anyone want to vandalize the library?
I have no idea. I straightened up in there before check-in yesterday and everything was fine. Now it looks like a bomb went off. Books everywhere and somebody hacked a big hole in one of the walls. I locked the place up and called the police, but who knows when they'll be able to get here.
Is anyone else a big fan of Dexter? I really enjoy Dexter's character. He's such a curmudgeon.
Wow, a hole in the wall? What do you think they were looking for?
I can't tell, but somebody's definitely after something.
What else has gone wrong?
Well, this Professor Hotchkiss just called me in a terrible flap, saying our room's been robbed. I went up there, but she wouldn't open the door to talk about it. Wouldn't even tell me what was missing. So what's she want me to do about it?
Sounds like you're swamped, Mr. Egan. Is there any way I can help?
Well, Hotchkiss has a pair of ski boots in the basement. The Frenchman's been working on them for her, but he won't deliver them. Says he's a ski instructor, not a bellhop. I hate to ask this, but if you could grab those boots and bring them up to her, it might smooth her feathers. Sure would smooth mine.
Can you do something about my radiator?
Sorry, not yet.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Come on, my radiator's making really annoying noises. If I deliver the ski boots, will you fix it? This is such a fun little sitting area. This would be such a nice place to hang out. Grab a cup of tea or coffee or hot cocoa and sit by this window with a good book or a good Nancy Drew game. Oh, hello. Let's make a friend.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Did you hear what happened? Someone broke into the library and vandalized it. Dexter locked it up. He's saying the culprit must be one of us in the castle. Can you believe it?
Oop. Sorry, screen notification. Love Egan. He's a great character. I haven't seen Dexter, though, but when my friend Troy and I played this game together a few years ago, we kept accidentally calling Egan Negan from Walking Dead. That's funny. Alexi from Alibi and Ashes will always be my fave, but Dexter is definitely top 5. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of similar, too, in their personalities.
Yeah, Dexter just told me the library is a disaster area and that it's totally off limits.
Too bad, huh? I'm dying to see what they did to it. Don't quote me on this, but I think Dexter has an extra key to the library somewhere around his desk.
I guess you've really got your finger on the pulse around here. Any other castle scandal I should know about?
Oh, we got scandal, honey. Professor Hotchkiss is claiming she's been robbed, for one thing. But the real scandal is downstairs. His name is Jacques Brunet.
Someone's up to something, Dexter Egan. What gave it away, Dexter? Was it the hole in the wall? You should do a top 10 Nancy Drew sitting areas video. Oh my gosh, yes. That would be so fun.
What's the scandal with Jacques Brunet?
Va-va-voom. Scandalous cuteness, of course. Didn't you watch the last Winter Olympics? He's France's big cheese of skiing. He holds the record for the 500-meter slalom, but he totally choked at the games. I guess he's washed up now, but at least his looks haven't gone down the tubes.
This place sounds like a soap opera.
Oh my gosh, wait till you hear this. Hotchkiss is this nutty old woman who's always typing and talking to herself in her room. I was walking past her door earlier, and I heard her screaming that her room had been robbed.
Wow, did she say what was stolen?
Not that I could hear. She just kept wailing, "My theory, my theory." I think she teaches history, or maybe a foreign language. I thought I heard a couple of French words pop out of her mouth. But don't quote me on that either. I only barely passed Spanish in high school.
Oh, we got scandal, honey. Yeah, we do.
Do you have a theory about all this?
Hardly. I'm just a humble photojournalist covering weird old mansions in the Midwest, and this place is one of the weirdest. Did you know Ezra Wickford, the original owner, shut himself away in here for like 50 years?
I wonder why he was so antisocial.
Creepy, right? I mean, did we stumble onto the set of As the Castle Turns or what? Well, you probably want to get settled. I wonder what we're gonna do with ourselves while we're all cooped up in this place.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Stay warm. Hug the way she talks. See this fireplace too? Stunning. I love all of the skiing stuff around, and this still will always make me laugh that they chose Wisconsin for a skiing vacation for Nancy, of all the places in the world. I live in Minnesota, very close to Wisconsin. Our skiing out here is not that great. I mean, we've got some nice hills, but that's exactly what they are. They're hills, they're not mountains by any means. Marie Antoinette. Born in Vienna, Austria on November 2nd, she was the youngest daughter of Francis I and Maria Theresa, Emperor and Empress of the Holy Roman Empire. As queen, her lavish lifestyle made her unpopular. While the commoners stood in bread lines praying for food, they cursed the queen who was living so comfortably in her grand palace. Indeed. On August 10th, the monarchy was overthrown. Marie Antoinette spent the rest of her life in Parisian prisons. She was brought before the Revolutionary Tribunal and guillotined 2 days later. She was executed without proof of the crimes for which she was accused. The guillotine. Yeeh! Lisa's giving off strong 90s vibes. That is true. Very 90s. Okay, so that's book 1. Is there a book 2? Aha, book 2. The Storming of the Bastille. On July 14, 1789, an angry Parisian mob stormed and captured the old royal prison known as the Bastille. The mob was looking for weapons and ammunition. The governor was killed. The 7 inmates, none of them political prisoners, were freed. Why, this is a revolt. No, sire, was the reply. It is a revolution. Why, this is a revolt. No, sire, it is a revolution. My bad French accent. Jean Leboeuf. Born to peasant farmer, Jean Leboeuf became one of the commanders of the French Revolutionary Army at the age of 22. Oh, wow. He is best known for foiling Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette's... Do we make it back? Oh no, not again. Is it back? Are we back? I think I broke the game. Hi, Amanda. Is it back? Is it working again? Oh no, not again. I'm so sorry, guys. My internet's so bad. Welcome back, Amanda. Yay. You guys are so patient. Thank you for being so kind with me. Yes, hello. Okay, so there's the dark hallway. Now we can go down here. I really hope it keeps working. Please work. This is a huge castle. Like, what are all these rooms? What would they all be? You could have, like, a wine cellar. You could have a storage room. But what else would it all be? To clean elevator reset. So you can reset the elevator. And then we can turn off lights. But which lights can we turn off? Ah! We turned off our own lights. One thing that could potentially help is if you lower the bitrate in OBS. The stream would decrease in quality potentially, but it may not cut out like that again. Okay, that's good to know. How do I lower the bitrate is the question. Is that in the stream settings probably? Let me check. Settings. Output. Video bitrate. Audio bitrate. How low would we go? Like 2,000 maybe? We see. Okay. So now which lights would be for the number 3, number 2? I think it's the 3rd floor that was broken, wasn't it? The lights. So maybe we... Oop, not that way. Not that way. This way?
Hello there, Dead End. My name's Nancy Drew.
Oh no, I'm lost in a maze. Let's see if it worked. Here we go. Now we're going the right way. 3rd floor. Oh, that wasn't the right light switch. Okay, let's try again. Well, it still looks fine to me. Okay, that's good. So it doesn't look any different, even though I decreased it. Maybe because it's definitely an older game, so I don't think the graphics would hopefully be too impacted. E-switches, maybe? Let's try that. I love when you turn off the lights and Jacques goes like, ah! Nope, not that light. Sacre bleu! That's what he should shout. He doesn't, but that would be hilarious. Let's hope that works. Exactly, Amanda. Fingers crossed. That one? Or those ones? We just need lights to work. Aha! We have lights. And there was light and it was good. Wonderful. So now we can go to the ski rental place and we can go to talk to Jacques Brunet. That sounds good. It's been a long time since I've streamed, but according to my settings, I went all the way down to 750. That's very low though. So far 2000 looks good. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how 2000's keeping us. Hopefully it doesn't glitch out again. Thank you again for your guys' patience. I really appreciate it. So kind of you. This is a really big room. There's like nothing in the middle. Ski boots we can rent. This must be Jacques Brunet.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je m'appelle Jacques Brunet. So, what brings you to beautiful Wisconsin?
Bonjour. Je m'appelle Nancy Drew. I'm here on vacation. What's your excuse?
My excuse?
Yeah, what brings a professional skier from France to Wisconsin? Why not Aspen or Lake Tahoe?
I am here for Isabelle, mon petit chou. She's an American studying at the university in Madison, and I've asked her to marry me. That is excuse enough to be in Wisconsin, n'est-ce pas? And besides, I am not the first French work of art to end up here.
Work of art? What are you talking about?
I am speaking of the Queen's Tower, of course. It comes from the Chateau Rochemont in a town in France near where I grew up. Didn't you notice it when you drove in?
Yes, I did notice. What an amazing feat it must have been to take that thing apart and put it back together.
The French are talented people, Nancy. We are good at many things, not just making wine and romance, you know. But tell me, how will you spend your time here, Nancy?
I'm dying to have a look inside that library. I heard it was vandalized. Do you know anything?
Nancy, a pretty girl should not worry herself with this type of thing while she is on vacation. I should warn you, Dexter is very protective of this place. He does not take kindly to people snooping around where they should not.
Don't worry, Jacques. The last thing I want to do is get myself grounded.
Ciao!
Ciao. Ciao, Bella. That's Italian, Jacques. Okay, so we've got some ski hills. Pretty impressive looking ski hills. Little locker room area. We could try out our locker code. We were locker 310, correct? 311? No, 310. We were 310. 517. Love the music in this game. Which Nancy Drew game would you say has the best soundtrack? Ooh, that is a good question. I love the music in this game too. I am...
The combination is 517, but it's not working.
Oh, weird. Our locker's not working. I am partial to... I really like Danger by Design's soundtrack. Just the way they did the combination of like the French music and more modern music I thought was really cool. So I really like that soundtrack. Haunting of Castle Malloy has a really cool soundtrack. All of the earlier games have beautiful soundtracks. Warnings at Waverly Academy, Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, for sure. Message in a Haunted Mansion. Yeah, it's really hard to choose from the soundtracks. Phantom of Venice, yeah, Shadow at the Water's Edge, for sure. I don't know that I'd say... The only soundtrack that doesn't really stand out to me is the music from The Shattered Medallion. Like, I still remember some of the tracks, but I don't think it was quite as memorable as some of the other games. And Midnight in Salem. That one too.
Ah, Nancy, ¿cómo se va?
Should I tell him about my locker first?
Dexter told me the combination to my locker, number 310, is 517. I tried it, but the locker won't open.
Dexter must be confused, because I think that is the combination for number 311. Try 311.
I have all of the local combinations memorized in my brain. There are many of them, but I have them memorized, so try 311.
Tell me about these boxes you're making.
When I am not skiing, I need some other way to express myself. So voila! I make these hot boxes for keeping secrets safe. I'm sure you have many secrets, Nancy.
Oh yeah, Emily. Message in a Haunted Mansion, for sure. Yeah, the poem. Waverly, Crystal Skull. Totally agree about Crystal Skull being underrated. Blue Moon Canyon, Old Clock, for sure. Yeah, so many good soundtracks. They've always kind of, like, nailed the soundtrack.
Lisa told me you were in the Olympics. What was that like?
Disappointing, frustrating, humiliating.
Oh, what happened?
It was the worst day of my life. To fall flat on my face with my family, my country, and the rest of the world watching.
Personally, I really like Haunted Carousel and Old Clock. Haunted Mansion sets the atmosphere really well, too. Yeah. I don't remember Danger by Designs too well. I'll have to look at it again. Yeah, there was just something about it that was just very relaxing for me. I don't know why.
Do you know much about the tower that's closed off? I heard the original owner imported it from France.
It comes from the Chateau Rochemont in a town in France near where I grew up. Marie Antoinette used to visit this tower when she was Queen of France. Until she lost her head in the revolution, that is.
Nancy, don't you listen? He just told us that. Oh yeah, Danger on Deception Island, too. I really like that soundtrack as well.
I need to bring Professor Hotchkiss her boots. Do you have them?
Yes, I fixed her boots. But you should be relaxing by the fire, sipping cocoa, Nancy. Not running errands for Dexter.
I'll talk to you later.
Ciao!
Yeah, Golden Moon. I mean, I can hum part of the soundtrack for every single game except Midnight in Salem. Eee. Okay, so we're supposed to try 311 and then we have the professor's boots. So that's good. So we got 5, 1, 7. Crystal Skull's Legend and Blue Moon's Copper are really good. Really love Exotic from Scarlet Hand 2. Oh yeah, Scarlet Hand is a cool one too. I don't think Kapu Cave soundtrack was that great, but not much about that game was. I agree. I can remember some of the music, but yeah, it's definitely not as memorable as others. I agree with you. State identification. Helen Karp? Alina Boyd? Tanya Lee Gooding? What? What? Lisa's lying to us. She might be somebody named Helen, or she might be somebody named Tanya. What on earth? She also lied about not knowing Spanish. I don't know why that's like a big deal, but it's like... I guess just showing that she's not very trustworthy. Lisa, my friend, how much time since we have seen each other? How are you? What are you doing in Wisconsin? We arrived in Sevilla and we are going to a hotel in the plaza with big palm trees. My husband and I got married on the 7th, or at 7. The food was wonderful. The drinks also, of course. After dinner, we went for a walk through the park, through the town. We saw various things throughout the street. I don't know quite what that phrase means. Through the street of the Serpents, and then we sat down in a cafe. Nice wigs, Lisa. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so Lisa does know Spanish. And she has a bunch of fake IDs. I think we should trust her. What do you guys think? Should we trust Lisa? She seems like a pretty upfront, straightforward kind of person. Professor Hotchkiss. I guess we could just go all the way up to the next level. Gotta click around so I can actually find the hallway. Now she's on this side, right? Yes, there's her typing.
Yes, hello? Is that Jacques with my boots?
Actually, it's Nancy Drew. But I do have your boots for you.
Oh, good. Boots, fine. Thank you, thank you. Everything is fine. Just leave the boots at the door, please. Oh, and it seems I'm out of change. I'll just have to tip you the next time, Mandy.
My name's not Mandy.
It's Nancy, and I'm happy to leave the boots. But if you're not too busy, Professor, I'd just like to introduce myself properly and ask you a couple of questions.
Questions, yes, and proper introduction sounds lovely, but not now, maybe later.
But I wanted to talk to you. Oh, I love how she sneaks these boots. Ready for this, like, ninja work by the professor? Oh yeah! And then they're gone. And she's still typing while she does it somehow. Impressive. I love how one of those fake IDs has the fake date. I didn't even notice that, February 30th. Lisa. I may be in the minority here, but I actually like Kapu. That's totally awesome, though, Hound Dog. I love that there are some people that really enjoy Kapu Cave. There are just different styles of gameplay, for sure. And that one definitely has its merits. Don't trust Lisa. Oh, LOL, very straight, yes. Hound Dog, gotta remember that quote. Yeah, that's great. You should have stuck to catching bugs. Let's see. So we delivered the boots. Well, Dexter maybe fix our
Can
radiator?
I help you?
About my radiator, Mr. Egan. Do you think you'll be able to fix it anytime soon?
Sorry, not yet. Hotchkiss called to report that she got her boots. But now I'm told that the light is out in the back stairwell. Could you check the circuit breaker in the basement and make sure it's working?
Actually, I've already fixed it.
Okay, we're really making progress here, kid. So, you go up to Hotchkiss's room and see what she wants for dinner. She's not answering her phone.
There could be a few good things about Kapu. I definitely agree. I personally really enjoy Malachi Craven's character. I think he's really cool. I think the environment is really neat. It was fun to see a tropical location imagined in the games for the first time. For people who like kind of like mini games, it's a really good one because then you've got the fishing and the necklaces. I'm personally not a fan, but I know a lot of people are. My biggest complaint was the character design, otherwise I think I would like it more. Yeah, I agree with that too. There were definitely good points to the game, but those frass jars just ruined it for me. Kapu is very relaxing, fishing and all. Yeah, it's a good relaxing game. It's definitely one of the more like laid back ones. Let's see. She's not answering her phone.
No problem, boss.
I had more to talk to you
So
about.
what does Hotchkiss want for dinner?
So, how long have you been working here?
A while.
I just watched a live stream on Kapu Cave. Nice.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Yeah, Arglefump was streaming it, wasn't he? Okay. What does the professor want for dinner? What could she possibly order from the menu? What would you like, Professor Hotchkiss?
Virginia Woolf never endured such interruptions. Who is it?
Hi, Professor. I thought you might be getting hungry in there. Could I relay a dinner order for you?
Oh, hard to think of food candy when I'm riding the raging rapids of my theory. Oh, right now, I have plenty of pre-packaged energy globules to keep me going. But tell Baxter that I am developing a powerful craving for couscous. Yes, couscous for dinner would be splendid. I'll have a nice tip for you next time, Fanny.
My name is not Fanny. Yep, he was nice. We were making Drake and Josh references. I love Drake and Josh. Big Mike was big annoying, to be honest. I mean, the way he just pretty blatantly keeps Nancy from doing her job and getting to her job is, yeah, kind of frustrating. Like, really, Big Mike? That's not a choice you get to make.
Yes?
The professor says she has a hankering for, couscous.
Couscous? Never heard of it. Tell her to order something off the menu.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
It does not surprise me that Dexter has never heard of couscous. He reminds me of my grandpa, who's like, I will eat meat and potatoes and vegetables from a can and nothing else. None of that fancy stuff, none of that couscous.
Is that my couscous already?
Sorry, Professor, but there's no couscous in the house. You'll need to choose something from the hotel menu.
Well, I don't have a menu. At least not from this hotel. Oh, be a doll and fetch me one, will you, Tata?
You should have one in your room, Professor. I do. I'll go get you mine. I love how she keeps getting her name wrong. It's really funny. It's such a, inside joke. And she manages to get it wrong so many times. I'm impressed how many names, how many two-syllable names that end in a Y she can come up with. Oops. Menu. The navigation is ever so slight. The design of the Hardy Boys definitely took a step back in designing Creature of Kapu Cave, especially. I think that might be my biggest qualm with it, was the Hardy Boys design, because they looked so good in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, and then they completely changed them in Kapu Cave, and it was like, whoa, what happened to you guys? Your grandpa's food choice fits mine to a T. That's awesome. Yep, very comfort food, home style cooking. Absolutely. Oh, definitely, that really annoyed me. For sure.
Did you get the menu?
Sure did. How about opening the door so I can give it to you?
Oh, you're a sneaky one. Just slip it under the door, please. Nice and easy. No funny stuff.
I'm not sure how I could possibly do it in a sneaky way, but here you go.
Baby back ribs, yes. Oh, chili cheese dog, fried bologna sandwich. I'm not usually much of a meat eater, but very well. 50 drumsticks, please. Chicken, that is. Cluck, cluck.
I'm not much of a meat eater, but please get me 50 drumsticks.
Sure. 50 drumsticks. Whatever makes you happy.
Rock and roll, dear.
Favorite and least favorite puzzle from the series? Hound Dog, you keep coming up with so many good questions. Oh, let's see. Least favorite puzzle, not the potions, the chemistry puzzle in Haunting of Castle Malloy drives me up the wall. It's a good puzzle because it's so hard, but oh my gosh, it can be frustrating. Top puzzles would be a cool vid. Yeah, that would be fun. Best puzzles and least best puzzles. LOL, Hotchkiss. I'm a huge fan of all of the cooking puzzles in the game. I could spend hours in the Waverly Snack Shop or making quesadillas and salads for people in White Wolf. More an activity than a puzzle.
Can I help you?
The professor has changed her order. Seems she's developed an appetite for chicken drumsticks. 50 of them.
Okay then, drumsticks we got. Oops, but I guess Jock better take that bag of chicken legs out of the freezer. Will you tell him? And then take the rest of the day off, kid. Your radiator's as good as fixed.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
Oh yeah, I definitely watched a top puzzle video. You guys are giving me so many good video ideas. I love it. My least favorite is that extra key in Trail of the Twister. Ugh, oh yeah. So many of the puzzles in Trail of the Twister get a little overwhelming. The gear puzzle in the car, that when we're helping Chase, oh my goodness, that one makes me pull my hair out. The cooking puzzles aren't that bad, yeah. I don't know what it is about them, but something about just animated food, it always looks so perfect. It's just so fun. I enjoy cooking in real life too, so maybe that's it. As far as standard puzzles though, I always really enjoyed the jigsaw type ones or the slider puzzles. Oh no! We got a paintbrush. But we can't get Jacques to...
Jacques must be gone.
I mean, it is 7 p.m., so I guess I can't tell him to take the bag of chicken out of the freezer. Oh no! I seem to like the mazes too. Yeah, mazes. Any of those are always fun. Oh, the elevator appears to be broken. That's a problem. I mean, it's not that huge of a problem because we can use the stairs, but let's try just pulling the elevator reset. I 100% agree with the Castle Molloy puzzle being tedious, yeah. Troy and I really struggled to get through that one. I like the Chinese symbols from Message in a Haunted Mansion since you needed to pay attention through the game. Yeah, totally. Those are my... Now that you mentioned that, those are my favorite games. The ones where you pick up clues from around the environment to help you solve the game. I think those are my favorite. There's a lot of those in like the final scene and Message in a Haunted Mansion. Really, these earlier games, Ghost Dogs, where you need to just find clues, like being a detective. The cooking game in Sea of Darkness was infuriating, but so fun. Yes. Have you played the Nancy Drew mini games on her Interactive's website? The Waverly Snack Shop game is on there. Yes, I have. When I was playing the games, I made my way all the way up to Alibi and Ashes before it came out. That was like when I was kind of binge playing the games, and then I caught up to them, and I was at Alibi and Ashes, and I got through that period of no Nancy Drew games by playing all the mini games on the website, which is super fun. It's a good thing to do when you're supposed to be like listening in a meeting or something and you're bored. To-do list. To get Brune to fix Professor Boots. We did that. Check. Get Boots back to Prof. We did that. Check basement circuit breaker. We did that. Get dinner orders. We did that. We did half of your jobs for you, Dexter. Is there more that I can look at? I mean, we have a key. But there has to be other things. Like, can't I look at these papers? I want to snoop more. Who are these kids? Probably related to Christy somehow, I would imagine. Okay, so we can't talk to anyone. This is fun. Can you handle the view, Wisconsin? Pepper Cliff Farms. Do you guys have Pepper Ridge in other states or countries? Pepper Ridge is big in the Midwest, and that's what that's based off of, I think. Ski, Wisconsin, Wickford Castle, Butter Ridge, Land O'Lakes. That too, that's also really big in the Midwest. Another potential video idea, could you recreate the mansion from Haunted Mansion in Sims? Might be challenging, but it would be really cool. Oh yeah, that would be great. I've had a lot of requests to do the Golden Gardenia lately. Oh, I really should. I might just have to sit down and try it one of these days. I've been like scared of doing it because it is so big. But I could certainly give it a try. I know a lot of people do want to see it, so that's at least motivating. Let's maybe... give people some calls. Our radiator's still busted, so that's not very helpful. Oops, that's not the phone. Should we call Ned or George? Let's call the Nedster. Nederific.
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later. Thanks.
Okay, so Pepper Ridge is in other places. I wasn't sure.
Hello?
George, it's Nancy.
Great timing, Nancy. Bess and I were just saying how we wish we were out on the ski slopes with you. Hang on, I'll get her to pick up the other phone. Hey, Bess, our favorite detective's on the phone.
Hey, Nancy, how's the vacation?
I guess you haven't gotten my letter. Not only do I have a blizzard on my hands, but I may have stumbled onto another case, too. The castle library was vandalized, and one of the other guests says her room was robbed.
Boy, oh boy! Have you searched the library for clues yet?
Well, that's the thing. Dexter Egan, the caretaker, says it's locked up and off limits until the police can get here. But who knows when that'll be.
That's funny, Nancy. I didn't know the phrase off limits was even in your vocabulary.
Seriously, though, don't you think that your dad's friend, Christy Lane, Would feel better knowing that you're on the case, at least until the police can take over.
She's right, Nancy. I mean, who knows what this Egan guy is all about anyway? Sounds like you're just gonna have to find an alternative entrance to that library.
Here I go again. Just hope I don't have to slide down the chimney.
And what about this robbery? Who got robbed?
I'm not sure. The guest's name is Professor Hotchkiss. I think she's a bit eccentric.
You mean weird?
Nutso?
A few sandwiches short of a picnic?
Okay, you guys. I just mean that I'm not sure how reliable her testimony will be.
Yeah, but she'll probably tell you something important, whether she means to or not.
I think it's actually Nedstifer. I think you are correct, Golden Moon.
I met my ski instructor, Jacques Brunet. He sure is French.
Ooh la la, those accents should be illegal.
I hate to break it to you, Bess, but he's engaged.
Now there's a real crime.
Right, Bess. Humanity is devastated.
I met this nice woman, Lisa Ostrom.
What's her deal?
She's a photojournalist doing a story on the castle. She sure got me curious about that tower.
Oh yeah? Does she know where the entrance is?
I don't think so.
Well, keep an eye on her, Nancy. Those photojournalists are born snoopers, you know.
George, are you suggesting that Nancy is a second-class snooper? You're going to give our friend a complex.
Oh, right. Like Nancy doesn't know she's the prime minister of snooping.
I'm trying to meet with Professor Hotchkiss to find out what was stolen from her room, but she won't open her door to discuss it.
That's odd. I wonder what she's so nervous about. I'll bet she's hiding something in her room.
Like what, Bess? The elephant that trampled the library? She's probably just a little freaked. I mean, if her room really was robbed, you'll find a way to make her trust you, Nancy. I'll bet Bess's last slice of pizza on it.
Hey.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
That is an interesting coincidence, Hound Dog. How cool. Bess and I'm guessing George were so much sassier back then. Yeah, they had so much more personality. We have the Pepperidge Farm brand in Vermont. They make great cookies. Yes, they do. Candy cane Milano cookies are my favorite. Oh my gosh, now I'm hungry. That sounds so good. Although the Endy books came out first, so Powerpuff Girls would be based off Nancy, Bess, and George. Aha! That would be truth. How cool. Maybe Ned'll talk to us now.
Hello?
Ned, it's me.
Well, you're a sound for sore ears. Bess called me and told me your vacation is rapidly turning into another mystery. So who do you think the vandal is?
I really don't know. It would help if I could at least imagine a motive. But why would anyone want to vandalize a beautiful old library?
There must be more to it than meets the eye. Sounds like you better find a way to get in there and take a look around.
I'm trying to get into the library, but the door's locked and I can't find any other way in.
Maybe the detective entrance isn't through a door at all. There must be a more creative way to drop in on the crime scene.
You don't think I should just borrow Dextra's extra key from the front desk?
I don't know, Nancy. Waltzing right through the front door isn't very adventurous, and it might not be as easy as you think.
It rhymed with Bess, lol. Exactly. I like how they gave us clues within the phone conversations. It's so much more natural.
Apparently, this castle's tower used to be a hangout for Marie Antoinette.
Who's that? Ezra Wickford's wife?
Are you kidding? Marie Antoinette was a famous queen of France.
And she used to hang out in Wisconsin?
No, silly. The tower was originally part of the Chateau Rochemont in France. Ezra Wickford fell in love with the tower and imported it to Wisconsin.
And Marie didn't want to come along.
Well, that would have been pretty tough for her, considering... Ned Nickerson, are you pulling my leg?
What do you mean, Nancy?
You know very well that Marie Antoinette was beheaded in 1793, don't you?
Well, yeah. I guess I read something about that when I studied the French Revolution. But when did Wickford show up?
He didn't discover the tower until the 1920s, over 100 years after Marie's death.
Whew! I think I'm all clear now. Thanks for straightening that out for me, Detective.
You are some pain in the neck, pal.
Good thing I'm so cute.
No, they're adorable in the early games. I'm like Hotchkiss. I sure love Francie Drew. That's hilarious.
Are you ready for a crazy coincidence?
Only if it's a crazy one.
Ezra Wickford also imported the library. and it seems that he bought it from the family of Jean Leboeuf, the revolutionary commander who captured Marie Antoinette when she was trying to escape from France.
You're kidding. So Wickford imported Marie's tower and her enemy's library?
Exactly.
Doesn't Le Boeuf mean the cow in French?
Actually, I think it just means the beef.
Well, in any case, I bet the guy would be happy to know that his library ended up in the heart of America's Dairyland.
Bye, Ned.
Go get him, Nancy.
All right. Well, it is 9 o'clock. Everyone appears to be in their rooms, which means it's a perfect time for Nancy to wander around and snoop. Crash, bang, bang. And I think if we, is it over here if we go over? We can hear, yeah, more banging. Oh, I remember being so scared of this when I played this game for the first time. Ooh. Yeah, that's so cool. Ugh, makes me jump. They were really cute in the earlier games, exactly. I wonder what happened since then. I know, I wish they stayed that way. Nancy and Ned have good chemistry here. Love how they fit in story along with characterization. The writing is great in these games. Exactly. These earlier games, the writing is so good. So on point. I think we're already on this level, aren't we? Okay, yeah, we are. So can I see if the elevator... Oh no, the elevator broke! What are we gonna do? Whatever will we do? Oh look! Haha! Oh my gosh. Hope nobody's afraid of heights.
Alley-oop!
Alley-oop. Okay, so now we saved ourselves from the elevator. Never trust an elevator in a Nancy Drew game. They can't be trusted. Bad things happen in elevators in Nancy Drew games. Deadly device, silent spy, treasure in the Royal Tower. They just can't be trusted. The honeymoon phase is long past, yeah. That's a good point. Alright. Fix the elevator. Elevator reset. I don't know if that helps, but let's find out. Can we now call the elevator down to us? Yes, we can. Who do you all ship? Are you Nancy Ned fans, or are you Nancy with Frank, Nancy with Joe, Nancy with someone else? Okay, do we go... I have to remember. We don't go all the way up to the second floor, do we? Do we stay in the basement level? LOL, Nancy and elevators just don't mix. They really don't. So yeah, now we can hear the strange sounds coming.
It's stuck.
But the lever is stuck. I wonder what's going on down there. Hello? Air vent. Love the sound this makes. Aha! Well, looky here. We made it into the elevator. I mean, the library. I have elevator on the brain, apparently. Oh, doorknob jiggling. Doorknob jiggling. Hide!
Okay, I hear you. Darn you, crazy old man. I know you hid that thing around here somewhere. The least you could have done was left me a hint. I don't have time to clean this up.
Acting kind of suspicious, Dexter. Are you sure you didn't vandalize the library? Nancy and Carl. Nancy and Ned, though I understand Nancy and Frank. Nancy and Ned forever. I'm a Frank Nancy fan now. Used to really like Ned Nancy before I found out about crossovers. I found it odd that Ned and Frank were so similar. Yeah, they do have a lot in common, for sure. I wonder if Ned has ever been jealous of Frank. We definitely get hints that, like, Frank wishes he could be with Nancy throughout the games. It depends. On certain games, they try to manufacture the drama quite a bit more. Okay, we have our home security system. So we'll need to figure out the code for that. We have book. The Diary of Hans Axel von Fiersen. Hans Axel von Fiersen was a Swedish-French soldier and diplomatic agent who became a close friend of Queen Marie Antoinette. Trouble in France, everything is arranged. Alas, what a cursed night. I had not expected that Commander Le Bouffe, Marie's most outspoken enemy, would be present at the checkpoint in Varennes. I still cannot speak to the Queen as she's kept under full-time surveillance. Sad. That's really cool. Cool ship. That deep villain voice. Indeed. Anything over here? So whoever was in here just pulled all the books off the shelves. Punched a hole in the wall. Like, really viciously. It looked like they clawed a hole out of the wall. And now we need to look here.
Sure is dusty.
It sure is dusty. I wonder what we can do about that, Nancy. Oops. I want this. There we go.
Sure is dusty.
Nope. Come here. There we go. Okay, we got dust on the paintbrush. That'll be helpful. Nancy and Carl would be really funny. Water's Edge, there's a shirt in Nancy's suitcase that looks like Scott's from Twister. And Troy and I joked about Nancy and Scott. Oh no! There's always Nancy and Dave. Oh, Dave. You handsome, handsome cowboy, you. Some information about Wisconsin, and the information that we need is latitude 45 degrees north, longitude 90 degrees west. Can't look at any of the papers. Let's go do this code quick. So we have to put dust on all of the buttons. And the idea, like in the Sassy Detective book, is that the oil gradually gets less clear the farther along the buttons you go. So it's 3*72. Approved. Yay! Okay, so now we know the code, and now we can just go through the door, if we feel like it. Or we can do what Ned said and be more adventurous, and keep going through the air duct. Painting of Marie Antoinette with a purple rose. Beautiful. I love this library. This place is so cool. And then we have a chess set over here. True stories behind famous portraits. Of the many great portraits painted by Marcel Bonnet during his career, none has fueled more controversy and gossip than this portrait of Marie Antoinette, which was completed only months before the Revolution broke out. It all began when King Louis XVI, Marie's husband, commissioned an opulent jeweled tiara for her birthday. Set in the tiara were a ruby, an emerald, a sapphire, and a 52-carat diamond, bigger than any diamond ever before worn by French royalty. Marie was horrified by the tiara's extravagance and refused to wear it. It is even rumored that she referred to it as my crown of ruination, though no one knew what she meant by this. When it came time to have her portrait painted by the master Bonnet, Marie insisted on posing away from the palace at Versailles, in the tower room of the Chateau Rochemont, where she often visited to escape the growing turmoil in Paris. Further, the queen refused to be painted wearing the tiara. King Louis was furious, but Marie would not budge. She chose to ornament herself with a purple rose instead, not just a flower, but a symbol of her willful defiance of her husband's wishes. So we basically have a hint at treasure. A hint at treasure, which is exactly what you want in a mystery. What could be better than a hint at treasure? Nancy and Shorty. Even the names match. Oh man. Ugh, that's just so creepy. Another hilarious one. What would the ship name be? Schnancy. Here's Shorty. Here's Shorty. Here's Schnancy. I love that. Schnancy Drew. A sly rabbit will have 3 openings to its den. Oh, what do we do here? Oh boy. I don't remember. Do I have it in my notebook? Because this isn't the... See, we get this from the whatchamacallit, the globe, don't we? Back away. Back away, Nancy. We're not ready for this yet. If you could ship yourself with any indie character, who would you pick? That is a good question. Let's see. Who is the closest in personality to my fiancé? Gotta go through the lineup. No one from these earlier games. I mean, my fiancé's kind of like a younger version of Henrik Vanderheun. It's Scarlet Hand. Who else? He's kind of like Nigel. But cooler than Nigel. Nigel's kind of frustrating. But I like brainy types, and my fiancé's definitely that way, so I think somebody like Nigel, but less insufferable. I don't think there's one in particular, though. I think Frank and Dave are the closest I could see myself with. Yeah, honestly, Frank is probably the closest. Trying to think of non-recurring characters is definitely tricky, but of the recurring characters, easily Frank. So we need, what was it, 45 and 90. There we go. -15, 10, -5. Where is the arrow? There it is. Okay, -15, 10, and -5. The mysterious squeaking tells me that we may have opened up a secret passageway. Happy about that. Okay, I think we got everything on this level. I've always liked Frank and Ned. Yeah, Frank and Ned are just amazing. Smart, supportive, handsome, kind, good guys. Joe's great too. Okay, we need some light. This victory music is chef's kiss. So good. Wizard Kitten and Henrik confirmed. I would probably pick Bess. I really like the bubbly, positive type a lot. Though I also like George's mature, level-headed personality too. Yeah, exactly. Bess and George are both awesome. Just different personalities. Yeah, they're awesome. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to blow it out. Oh no. Light again. There we go. I want the candle to still go on. I didn't know you could blow it out. Okay. This track is beautiful. I love this music. The castle's been empty for many years now. These hallways just echo in vain. And oh, how I miss you, my one-time son. My anger's dissolved into pain. I still don't know why you pilfered my wallet. The money could hardly have mattered. That $50 I'd have given you twice, but instead my poor heart you shattered. If only I could find you, we'd patch it all up, talk through it as dad and son should. Perhaps you meant only to test my love. Perhaps you felt misunderstood. I want you to know that your old man forgives you. Old bygones are bygone with me. So I've left you one keepsake to remember me by. You'll sure be delighted to see. Go out to the garden, my old thinking spot, my refuge in hours of dread. Your luck charm is stashed where no stranger would look, in the back of my old troubled head. So this is goodbye, dear Dexter, farewell. You offered me much-needed joy, and I'll never forget all the laughter brought me, my darling young rascally boy. Oh, that's so sad. It's like really bittersweet. It's sad and happy at the same time because he was kind of apologizing and saying that he forgives him. Oh yes, can't forget Joe. He wouldn't let you forget him, exactly. Minnie, Clint, Beverly, Little Joe, speaking of Joe, Stella, Pat, Biff, Sue Ellen, Rutherford, probably a reference to Prudence Rutherford, one would imagine. Bertha, Tex, reference to Tex. I don't see any other Nancy Drew names, at least. And then we have this back here with these scrapbooks. When he was good, he was very good. Dexter, the son of my life. Castle Boy wins state spelling bee. The young buckaroo certificate of service. That's awesome. He wins the state spelling bee. When asked how he felt about Dexter's victory, Wickford said he felt like the proudest dad on earth and added, adopting Dexter was the best thing I ever did. Oh. Best attendance award, school merit, certificate of merit, recycling projects, Father's Day. That's really cute. So all of the good things that Dexter did. And then he has a whole scrapbook. Somebody pointed this out in the comments to me a little while ago, like how weird it is that he made a scrapbook for when his kid was not good. That's just kind of strange. The rhymes in this poem are great. I cannot look on it with hate, a kindred clue. That's sad and blue, that tells of an old man's fate. Oh, wow. See what I mean? Though little Joe is from Bonanza, and I definitely had a major crush on him growing up. Nice. That is a really nice rhyme. Or poem, I mean. Dear Mr. Wickford, we're sorry to report that your son Dexter was caught on school grounds last night throwing rocks at the windows. This is the second time he has been caught attempting to destroy school property. We fear Dexter is becoming a danger to himself and others. We have no choice but to expel him. Sad excuse for stealing. I'm sorry for taking $50 out of your wallet without asking. I know it was wrong. I know you're very disappointed in me. I'm sorry. I will never do it again. I'm sorry. Oh, the fact that he wrote him a letter, though, apologizing. I mean, he's trying. I raised a crook. Passing phony checks. Void souvenirs. I'd rather see it burn. Dear Ezra, I've changed your will according to the directions you gave me in our meeting. In the event of your death, Dexter will have no recourse to inherit Wickford Castle or any of your estate. Yikes. That is a huge step. That's so sad. I am currently proceeding with your request to annul your adoptive relationship to Dexter and to sever any subsidiary legal ties you may have to him. I will notify you when these procedures are finalized. Oh. Poor Dexter. I mean, poor Ezra too, but yikes. I feel so bad for Dexter. I just want to give him a hug. That's probably the last thing he wants. All right. We are done in there. Should we just walk out the door or should we go through the grate? Let's maybe just try walking out the door. Might be a little bit easier. Okay, what time is it, Nancy? It is almost midnight. Nancy has been snooping around in the castle for about 3 hours in the evening with nobody to find her. Nobody is out. Let's maybe head up to bed now. Back to our room. Aha, 2:05. Dexter still has not fixed our radiator, so we just get to sleep with that tonight. Let's maybe set our alarm for, what, like 9 a.m. maybe? People will probably be up by 9. Okay, Nancy's awake. She didn't say good morning to herself this time. Good morning, Nancy. There, I'll say it for you, Nancy. Can hear the wind blowing.
If it isn't Nancy Can-Do Drew, I'll get on that radiator right away. But be sure to tell Jock to defrost the chicken, okay?
Even though dinner time is over and she probably doesn't still need it? Yeah, I'll do that.
I was in the elevator and it got stuck between floors. I had to climb out the top and I just barely made it up to the floor above. Do you think you'll be able to fix it?
Well, I doubt it's broken. I'll check the power switch in the basement. Glad you're okay, but don't go climbing around the elevator shaft anymore. It's dangerous in there.
Those are such fun poems. The good morning ghost is gone. Oh no. Yes, it's confirmed it was a ghost.
So, did you grow up around here?
You could say that.
Did you know the original owner, Ezra Wickford, when he lived here?
You could say that.
Did you know him well?
They call it the past for a reason, okay? Because it's over.
I love Nancy's leading questions. So, grow up around here? So, do you know Ezra? So, did you maybe live in the castle? So, did Ezra maybe adopt you? Is what I'm really trying to ask in a very indirect way.
So, do you know if Ezra Wickford had a place where he liked to go and think? Someplace he thought of as a refuge?
There was a private area of the garden. Yeah. The entrance was hidden, so no one could bother him there.
Do you think I could go check it out?
Forget about it. There's nothing out there but dead weeds and crumbling statues.
Were you allowed to go out there?
Once in a while he'd bring me out there and teach me about his favorite flowers, but that was like 100 years ago.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Aw, he called me kiddo. That's sweet. Okay, Lisa is not awake. Is Jacques up? Can we tell him to take out the chicken for... Maybe the professor wants some chicken for tonight. Gotta very carefully aim this arrow so I go in exactly the right place. Good morning, Jacques.
Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Dexter needs you to defrost that big bag of chicken legs.
Oh la la la, what does he think I am? A sous chef?
I'll talk to you later.
Allez, bye bye.
You guys are good at this rhyming thing. Still better than how she approached people in Saw. It's very true. True
Ah,
that.
Nancy, comment ça va?
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
So your mom's dead, huh? And it's not even that different from that. Oh, goodness. Is Lisa up yet? I think we need to talk to her. Because we got a lot done in the library. Oh, Lisa. No, not here? Okay. What about the professor? Can we bother her? Hello, Professor. What's up?
Is that you, Brandy? Oh, I'm glad you're here. At the moment, my theory is rising like a magnificent souffle. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the souffle will come crashing down in a heap.
You're cooking a souffle in there?
Oh, don't take me too literally, dear. What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to the conclusion that you are an enterprising and faithful soul. Therefore, I have decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal research assistant.
Well, Professor Hotchkiss, I'm not actually in the hotel business, but I'd love to help.
Marvelous! Here's what I need to know. Not counting the towers, how many windows are there on the face of the castle? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
I almost always get this question. I got the same question every single time I replayed this game for like the first 10 times, so I didn't realize that there are actually different questions. But the windows on the face of the castle. So 1, 2, 3. So we've got 3 here. And then I need to turn around. Why can't I turn around? A secret garden in the snow, with secrets abound that we don't know. What lies there if you may dare to venture in a chill wind's blow? I like that. Okay, we got 3 windows. 4. 5, 6. 7. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yet another dead end.
12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19, 20. 21. Are there any in the basement? Oh wow, I don't remember this question. I had no idea it was random. Yeah, I didn't for the longest time. Oh wait, do these count? Do the ones in the tower count? Because if they do, 22, 23, 24, 25. So 21, maybe 25. I don't see any down here. Are there any over by Jacques? 21, 25. Okay, I don't see any down here either. So I'm guessing she needs either 21 or 25. 21 or 25. Limericks. My inspiration is Grunthilda the Witch from Banjo Koozel. She always speaks in rhyme and it's hilarious. I'm pretty new to limericks though, that's cool. Oh, why don't we just go all the way up? Okay, Professor, I have my guess. I'm gonna guess 25 first. And that's counting the windows in the tower. And if I'm wrong, then we'll guess 21.
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
25?
Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. No, that can't be it. It doesn't fit my calculations. You'll need to try again.
I'm not exactly sure what kind of calculations you're talking about, but I think they're made up.
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
Okay, let's try 21.
Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. No, that can't be it. It doesn't fit my calculations. You'll need to try again.
Can I get a different question?
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Can you remind me of what I'm looking for again?
Allow me to refresh your memory. What is the model number on the elevator? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
See, you changed the question, which just further reinforces that I think your calculations are kinda bunk. Is the elevator number probably on the inside of the elevator? Try 15. Oh, was it 15 windows? could be right about that. Did I just count too many windows? Let's see. Model number 50964. 50964. Let's try that.
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
Yeah, sorry, Ray Marie. I think you're right. I think 15 probably would have been correct. Her calculations are a joke. I cannot believe such lies she spoke. No kidding.
Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. Eureka! If there's one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m. Meet me then.
3 and 6 a.m. See you then. Yes, Professor, I'll see you at 3 a.m., you oddball. I would not willingly get up at 3 a.m.
Did you see I fixed your radiator?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Okay, nothing for Dexter. We need to talk to you.
So what'd you find in the library?
Please, Lisa. You know it's off limits.
Oh, come on, Nancy. You've been on the prowl. I can tell by the sparkle in your eye.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Aw, you're no fun.
So tell me more about the life of a photojournalist. It must be very glamorous at times.
Well, there's nothing glamorous about the pay, I can tell you that much.
Does your job take you to exotic, far-off places?
Well, there is a lot of travel. Too bad I'm so useless with foreign languages.
Liar!
There was a little mix-up with the lockers, and I accidentally opened yours.
Yeah, and?
It seems you have more than one identity, Lisa. I'm just wondering if you are who you say you are.
A savvy photojournalist always carries a couple of alternate identities, Nancy. When you're working under deadline, you don't always have time to play by the rules. I'm sure you know what I mean.
3 to 6. How does she sleep? Were that my schedule, I would weep. That's so good. Same. Like, I would never willingly be up between 3 and 6 a.m. I barely like getting up at like 9 a.m. if I had my way.
When you researched this place, did you find any references to a secret garden?
Not that I remember. But I probably wasn't even thinking about gardens. I mean, it's hardly croquet weather.
I'm dying to find a way into that tower. Where do they usually hide the secret entrances in weird old Midwestern mansions?
I guess I should know, shouldn't I? Too bad most of the places I've covered aren't any weirder than imitation butter. I wish you'd hurry up and find it, though, so we can check it out.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Isn't her magazine the one with Maddie Jensen in it? Forgot to look. Yeah, I think that totally is. That must be a really popular issue of that magazine. It's everywhere. Abby had it. Lisa has it. I think Maddie had it of herself. Okay, does Jock need to tell us anything? Monsieur Jock?
Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
And I am assuming we are not able to go outside yet.
It's like the North Pole out there.
It sometimes does get colder here than it does in the North Pole. So that's a distinct possibility, Nancy. Well, I guess we're going to go hang out in our hotel room until 3 a.m. Because I don't think there's anything else for us to do during the day. We were just very efficient. So we'll go up to our room, take a little nap, get up at 3 a.m., I'm gonna save the game while I think about it. Just in case. My mouse is starting to move a little slow, so it just, whenever it does that, I kind of like to make sure that things are going okay. Lisa is a duplicitous charlatan. Her multifarious countenances are apocryphal and unscrupulous. Indeed. She cannot be trusted. Hello, hotel room. Did he fix our radiator? Hey, he did. And we will need this oil can, which is in, stay tuned for danger, in the prop room. All right, 3 a.m., here we go. The nighttime hours. During which the professor apparently gets her best thinking done. Her office, quote unquote. Hello, Professor.
Nancy, dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brainwaves are at their most powerful during this time.
Yes, I happen to do some of my best work in the middle of the night, too. So, tell me, Professor, what is this theory you're working on?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. Oh, if you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
Wow, Professor, that's really generous of you. I'd love to learn more about your work, but are you sure you don't mind?
I insist! Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key. I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59 and put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
What did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
The professor's dress is really something, isn't it?
Why not?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
Do you know anything about a tiara that was given to Marie Antoinette?
The infamous tiara, of course! Oh, people thought Marie had this extravagant piece commissioned for herself, and they hated her for it. But really, it was her husband, King Louis XVI, who had it made for her birthday. Oh, she didn't want it, refused to wear it, and then, a few months before the revolution broke out, the tiara disappeared.
What do you mean it disappeared?
It was never found. There were rumors that she had it destroyed, but no one has ever been able to prove this.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
I love how she was so suspicious earlier and then she just gives us the key to her room and says, "Look, go have a look." That dress does have a lot going on, right? There were pineapples and hibiscus and Some green things and some orange things and some pink things and some red things. 214. So now we just get to snoop through the professor's room. Oh, very interesting. The professor has a very gold room. Even the floor is gold. Wowza. All right, let's start here. So we have chicken bones. Naturally, she ordered many of them. Coffee cup, some notes. Born November 2nd, a Scorpio like me. What's everyone's sign? I'm a Leo. What a coincidence. No wonder she was so passionate. Austrian birth name Maria Antonia, married off at 15, and she had to change her name too. She must have been frightened. Her favorite color was purple. Mine too. What's your favorite color, everyone? I wonder if she adored chicken drumsticks. Despite the elaborate hairstyles that were the fashion of the day, Marie preferred to wear her hair loose. Unpowdered, and natural. Note evidence that she was unpretentious. There is no concrete evidence that she was the one who coldly declared, "Let them eat cake," in response to the news that her people were starving. Marie was immature, but not cruel. Interesting. Same typewriter that we saw in Stay Tuned for Danger. I wonder if this one drops its Y. She has a radiator that was not broken. There's her ski boots that we brought her. Although she does not appear to be doing much skiing. More drumsticks. Oh. Updates on the screen, sorry. My apologies. Close. Keep working. Don't break. Keep working. Hotchkiss's hairstyle does remind me of Angela Lansbury in Murder, She Wrote. Yeah, totally. Okay, we have...
Testing. Can anyone hear me? Hotchkiss to Earth. Come in, Earth. Oh, okay. I think we're rolling. Now, let's get a look at these hallways. So rich in detail. You'd never know this place was built in 1920. It's all so 18th C. Oh, and there's Marie. I feel so close to her, just being here. It's as if her spirit is in the air, sweet as the smell of fried chicken.
Oh, it cut out. She made me jump with her gasp. I guess we'll have to charge that. Hey, at least it was just a notification. Yes, exactly. It could be worse. Okay, we're gonna charge that. The professor won't be happy because we moved it around. She has many bags. She has a briefcase that looks exactly like Dwayne's and Lewis's. So she has the exact same briefcase and puts her calculator in the exact same spot. Dearest B, marvelous to receive news of your progress. I'm sure you are onto something important with the medallion and the stained glass window, but I think the significance of the medallion must go beyond the message you've seen. I've looked through my family letters, and it seems that when Marie Antoinette gave her niece, Helga I, my great-great-great-great-aunt, the medallion, she told Helga to keep it safe as it was part of a great truth that she hoped would someday help to heal the wounds of France. Helga urged her to explain this great truth, but this was all that Marie would divulge. The truth can seem hard and ugly at first, but eventually its hardness becomes a thing of eternal beauty. B, you must find out the meaning of this. Keep up the good work, old friend. I know you will be successful. Hound dog, you're a Pisces. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so we have the briefcase, nothing there. Nothing under the pillow. Gee, I wonder why we can move the pillow. That's interesting. Whose jacket is this? Does Abby have this jacket? Simone might also have this jacket. If she has the same briefcase as Dwayne and Lewis, could she be the culprit? Ooh, yes. That's the sign of being a culprit, is you just hand around the briefcase. So whoever has the briefcase in the next mystery has to be the culprit. That's a great idea. I love it. I think that's everything we're supposed to look at in here. And now we can Now that we have our oil can, now that we can with our oil can, we can call the elevator. I guess it's up here already. And go to the basement level. I'm a Libra, but I'm just one day short of being a Scorpio. That's my brother. Is your birthday October 22nd? I too am a Libra. Nice. Oh, I did that wrong. I'm supposed to go in here. And then go up. Here we are.
There's something down there.
Yeah, there is. And then there's the door. What? Turn around, Nancy. Go the way I want you to go. Okay, we go this way, then we turn around, and then there it is. Okay.
It's stuck.
Oiling can. That jacket does appear quite a bit. Abby had it too. Yes, I thought so. Plot twist, the briefcase itself is the culprit brainwashing anyone who wields it to do its evil bidding. Yes. Evil bidding. Bleh. I cannot talk today. Yes, it's evil bidding. It's an evil briefcase. That's the real mystery.
In the way.
The elevator's in the way. Oh. I see. I forgot. We have to go the long way. Oh, but we can hear the noise, so now we know we really need to get in there. Okay, so let's go to... I need to get the elevator up. Is it floor 1 that it needs to be on? And then we can go through the library. What's our code again? 3*72. Yeah, 22nd it is. Say hi to your bro from me. Yeah, that's so cool. Your birthday buddies. I always thought that's interesting because the personality descriptions, he's definitely more like a Scorpio, even though he's technically a Libra. So that's why I always remember that. That's cool. That jacket does appear... Oh, I already read that. Yeah, it does appear quite a bit. Through the air ducts we go. Down. Aha! And down. And now, we have to do this puzzle. Process of elimination. 3. You guys get to listen to a bunch of clanking metal for a little bit. 3, 2, 4, 5. 3, 2, 4, 5, 1, 6. This plot reveal doesn't occur until Nancy drew 34. Needless to say, that case was brief. Ba-doom-tsh. Sound of sighing. What is that sound? What could it be? Oops, wrong way. Also wrong way. So this is how we get up to that secret passageway in the hallway. But what is this mysterious sighing sound that I keep hearing? I remember being so scared to figure this out the first time I played it.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
I was just looking for the castle's soda pop machine. What you working on?
I can explain, Nancy, but please, don't tell anyone that you found me here. If I get sent back to France, my fiancé will give up on me, and I will have let down my family again.
How can you expect me to keep quiet while you go around destroying the castle? If you're willing to saw through this gate, then you must be the one who wrecked the library too.
Nancy, I had nothing to do with what happened in the library. I swear the tower holds a valuable French historical document. If I can find it and return it to France, perhaps I can make up for my failure at the Olympics.
What makes you believe this French document still exists in a tower that was imported to Wisconsin 80-some years ago?
The tower first belonged to the Chateau Rochemont in France. When Ezra Wickford bought the tower, my great-grandfather was the master carpenter in charge of dismantling it and preparing it for shipment. One day, when he was working alone, he found a secret compartment in one of the walls.
A secret compartment?
Inside, he found an old journal with a royal crest on the cover and a medallion with a strange blue stone in it. But he heard other carpenters coming, so he hid the medallion in his pocket and sealed the journal back in the compartment. Before he could get back to study the journal and return the medallion, the tower was dismantled and shipped to America. He never learned who the journal belonged to or what it said.
I love how Jacques says journal. He never learned who the journal belonged to.
What happened to the medallion?
I have the medallion now, and I'm hoping if I can get into the tower, I can find the journal too. You see, he thought if he told his story, Ezra Wickford might get angry, accuse him of interfering with the project, and try to ruin his name as a carpenter. So he kept quiet.
So, how do you know all of this?
I was his only great-grandson. On his deathbed, he gave me the medallion and told me the whole story. He begged me to come here to Wisconsin to find the journal and return it to France.
I think you guys have cracked it. Sonny is trying to find the briefcase because it's alien tech, and that's why he keeps ending up in the same places as Nancy, or why Nancy keeps ending up in the same place as him. It all makes sense now.
What did he think the journal contained that was so important?
The journal bore a royal seal. It must have belonged to Marie Antoinette, because she used to visit the tower during the Revolution. So perhaps it contains her confessions, or perhaps it contains proof of her innocence. Either way, the contents of that journal could change French history forever.
Right, Golden Moon? That journal could change French history forever. I want Nancy to say, I just don't see how you can think that journal will still be up there after all these years.
I just don't see how you can think that journal will still be up there after all these years.
I know it's possible that someone found the secret compartment when the tower was being put back together, but I have to check anyway. I just have to know. Nancy, do you think you could help me? Let me show you this medallion, and maybe you'll be able to tell me what it's for.
I might be willing to help you, but you have to tell Christy everything. I'm sure she'll understand. And then you won't have to sneak around in the middle of the night, haunting the castle with that screeching hacksaw.
Okay, Nancy, I see your point. I will explain everything to Christy Lane as soon as possible. Now will you help me? I think this medallion will interest you, and maybe you'll have some idea what it's for. It's in my locker. Will you go get it while I take care of something? The combination is 2665. I'll meet you in the locker room in a minute.
Okay, Jacques. I am intrigued. I'll see you downstairs.
You're the best, Nancy.
That's what they tell me.
Nancy has trained us well. Indeed she has. I always thought this part was very suspicious because then Jacques leaves and then Nancy gets kerplunked, so... Was it Jacques? Was it somebody else? Who could it be? So we can look at...
It's locked.
We have the key, though, don't we? Where did I find this key? Oh, yeah, in the candle. Doy. In Ezra's room. Should we... Can we use this?
It's locked.
Okay, so that's not the right key. Just kidding. So let's go to Jacques' locker. Plot twist number 2. The journal is also an alien artifact which has a pneumatic device that causes anyone to hear it henceforth pronounce it as journal. Briefcase. Journal. These are cursed items. Okay, it's 6:30 a.m. We need to go to Jacques Locker. 2665 is his combination. I love the game Kerplunk as a kid. Marbles have never been so fun. Yes, Kerplunk is awesome. Two. 6, 6, 5. Okay, so we'll look at everything before we look at the medallion. Jacques, darling, I am trying to be patient, but I cannot understand what is taking you so long. My mother and father are traditional people, and they think it is highly unusual that you would ask me to marry you without demonstrating your commitment to me in any symbolic way. You know I believe that our love makes us richer than kings and queens, but I cannot live on hot dogs and mac and cheese forever. Why not? That sounds delicious. You said you had a plan. You said it would only take a couple of weeks, but it has been 2 months. I can't wait forever. Please don't make me give up on you. I remain your petit chou, Isabelle. So Isabelle is getting a little impatient, and Jacques is looking for a diamond. Color, cut, and then clarity, isn't it? It's like the 4 C's. Color, 5 C's. Color, cut, clarity, carat, and cost. Indeed. A watch. Jacques Brunet, immigration. Our records indicate that your visitor's visa will expire within 1 month. If you remain in the country after that, you will be doing so in violation of the law. Okay, so he's going to want to take care of that. That noise. Thwap.
Oh, someone must have knocked me out.
That knockout sound effect is so aggressive.
Headache headquarters. Nancy here.
Nancy, it's Jacques. What happened? Are you okay?
I like mac and cheese. It's good. I agree. I love mac and cheese. The briefcase, the journal, Nancy herself, hot dogs and mac and cheese forever. The list goes on. Top 10 Nancy Drew culprits. We're cracking the code.
I don't really know what happened. I opened your locker like you said, and then it was lights out Nancy.
But you do have my medallion, right?
Number 5, thwap. Yeah, that thwap was aggressive.
It was the last thing I saw, but I sure don't have it now.
Oh la la, you can't be serious.
I'm afraid I am serious. I have no idea what happened to it.
This is too much. Oh la la, unbelievable.
Sorry. Couldn't exactly do anything about it. When one gets thwapped, one doesn't have a whole lot of choice in the matter. Okay, can we talk to people about our unfortunate experience?
Thanks for coming down. I've been wanting to talk to you. How's your head? Did you slip or what?
Well, let's just say someone must be trying to tell me to get a little more rest on this vacation. Anyway, I'm planning on making a speedy recovery.
It's just that when I found you out cold in the basement and hauled you back to your room, I noticed all this red dirt on your shoes. I'm just curious where it came from.
Mr. Egan, I confess, I found my way into the corridor that leads to the Queen's Tower. As you probably know, the dirt in that tunnel is very red. I hope you won't consider this trespassing.
Nope. If you must know, I'm impressed. Ezra Wickford set that secret door up so nobody would be able to find it. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with getting into that tower. Ezra told me that if I could get through the secret door, he'd take me up to see the Queen's Tower. Finally, I got into the tunnel, and when I came out with that red dirt all over me, he laughed. He was actually proud of me.
Yes, the Hardys are involved. And the Nancy, wasn't it the Nancy encouragement device is a robot, and that's why we don't see him. I love these conspiracy theories for the Nancy Drew series. It's great. It was nice of the culprit to bring Nancy to her bed after knocking her out instead of leaving her on the floor. Didn't Dexter just say that he brought her back? But that would be hilarious.
That's an amazing story, Mr. Egan. I'm glad you're not angry. I guess I'm just as curious as you once were.
I'd say you earned the right to check out the tower for yourself. But you gotta get through that gate, right? There's an old skeleton key in the maintenance shed. Now that the storm's passed, you can go out and get it. But be careful. It's still dead cold out there.
I don't want to press my luck with you, but I sure would like to see Ezra's private garden. Could you tell me how to find it?
It's nothing but wasteland out there. If you're bent on tromping around in the cold, go left when you get outside, away from the shed. Look for a wrought iron gate. You'll figure out the rest.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Nancy has been hit in the head so many times that she should be permanently brain damaged. Maybe she just wears a helmet all over the place, and that's why we know she's okay.
Well, if it isn't Dexter's little Cinderella.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
That's likely true. The real plot is that Nancy is currently in a coma from this point on, and every subsequent game is a comatose dream. That's why she never seems to age. Conspiracy theory number 7. Love it. So now we can go outside, which is brilliant. Can we argue with Jacques? Oh no, he's not here. What time is it? Is it almost midnight or is it almost noon? Nancy encouragement device is correct. Good, I thought I remembered that correctly. Outside we go. Nancy doesn't even put on a coat. Who needs a coat? Okay, so we gotta be quick, lest Nancy get frostbite. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. We can go over here, but we can't do anything over here. Anything over here? Okay, that's for the whatchamacallit, the ski lift. Over here, we have diagram of what the levers are supposed to be. 3, 2, 4. Anything else over here? I don't think so. Local buzz. Young Dexter Egan, the adopted son of old daddy Chocobucks Ezra Wickford. Isn't it amazing that after 25 years in prison, Dexter Egan's release is coinciding with the grand reopening of Wickford Castle?
Gosh, I can hardly feel my toes.
Well, Nancy, you should have put on a coat. And then you wouldn't have as much of a problem. Okay, we've got the skeleton key. I think that's everything we can get for now, isn't it? Alright, we'll let Nancy go back inside. Phew. Eventually, she jumps awake from the coma in the final game shouting, "It's locked!" She's just been mumbling that in her sleep all this time. Still no Jacques. Can we get to the secret garden from here? Or do we have to wait? Oh, no, we can. Okay, good. This place is beautiful. What could be better than your own secret garden? Pretty design, some tiles. And we need to move this twice. So he's facing the other way. Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever! It never gets old. Does the key go here? Aha! Are these monkeys? Oh, I cut off the victory music right before its final note. Drat. It also explains how she can do anything, right? And fit everything in her inventory? Like, Nancy's just walking around with a spearhead right now. And an oil can. Like, 2 keys, 2 cards. Now a red medallion. We found our first medallion, so that's awesome. And now we can go through the gates. So we still need...
It's locked.
Okay, good. So I think the elevator's still on the right level. Time to navigate. No shortcuts for you, Nancy. It was Kronk all along! Kronk's the best. She ends up making a fortune writing about her mysteries that she dreamt of while asleep, which she sells in her universe under the pseudonym Carolyn Keene. So true. No, it doesn't. That movie is so underrated. Right? It is easily the most underrated Disney movie. It is consistently funny. I have never watched that movie and not laughed the entire time I've been watching it. 3 stars, 7, 2. Either Nancy is in a coma, or she's found the Fountain of Youth, which explains how she's eternally 18. Yes. Either one works, to be honest. Kronk. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Spinach puffs. Thought we'd start out with a light salad. I can't get to the place. There we go. Okay. Squeaker on squeaking. Turn around. Three, 5, 6. 3, 5, 6, 2. 1. Aha! That was lucky. We have a key now. Hip, hip, hooray. It's this one. We did it! Now we just need a llama game. Yes. Nancy has never been to South America. Like, why not? That would be so fun. We did it! Like, we've had plenty of sheep in the games, but we've never had Nancy be in South America with llamas. I really want Nancy to go to Peru and solve a mystery related to Machu Picchu, and there could be llamas everywhere. How amazing would that be? How did we get here, Kronk? You got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense. He pulls down the map. Oh, I love that. It's so good. His, like, stealth music. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. I am so glad I was unconscious for all this.
Looks like some kind of prison.
That will come in handy later. And then we have stairs. Don't go that way, Nancy. Has she ever been to Africa? No, she hasn't. She hasn't been to, like, some of the coolest places on the planet. She hasn't been to Africa, and she hasn't been to, yeah, apart from Egypt. Yeah, anywhere in Africa. She hasn't been anywhere in South America, Antarctica, or Australia. And the only place that she's been in Asia is Japan. So there's definitely still a lot of places she could go to. Yes, Peru, that would be great. That would be so fun. Yeah, in the book, she's been more places. Australia would be great too. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay. I always forget the best order to do this puzzle, but it always comes together eventually. So, let's maybe start like this, shall we? If we can get the blue one. How did I get that up there? like that. Okay, blue one in. And then the gray eagle is pretty easy, I think. So we can use the gray eagle to help us with other ones. And we could get the pink one in if we do this somehow. Yeah, there we go. It's so funny how multiple games feature Chinese mythology or signs, but she's never been to China. No kidding. That would be so cool. She has a lot of places that are unexplored, but definitely need to be explored. Russia, Bermuda, maybe China would be cool. True, yes. True, true. How do I do this purple one? I guess it's more indigo-y. Or no, I already did that one. I'm trying to do the green one. That's what I'm doing. What I need is for one to block it like here or here, maybe. Oh, that could work. So if I can get this gray one to stop here. There we go. Then the green one. Now I just need to get the gray to stop there. How do I do that? How do I do that? Portugal, Russia, Romania, Greece, Turkey, Indonesia, Morocco, and so many more. Yes. She did go to Greece in Labyrinth and Lies, but we didn't get a whole lot of Greece. She should visit Scotland, but you know, done well, shade. Agreed. That's like, I really enjoy when Nancy goes to another country, but you can actually experience that country fully. If it feels like I could be anywhere, then I don't know that it's really done very well. Yeah. Wasn't Labyrinth and Lies in Greece? I totally thought that was in Greece. But just, again, like, it felt like it kind of could have been anywhere. I can't. Oops. Same for Hawaii and New Zealand too then, yes. For sure. They made such a big deal about the sheep in the trailer for the Shattered Medallion, and then we barely got to see sheep. They were like off in the corner in one view in the game. I was so disappointed. I wanted more sheep. Was Labyrinth in Greece or Rome? I haven't played it yet. Yeah, it was in Greece because Phantom of Venice was the one in Italy. Yeah, I do prefer those two. Yeah. Don't mind me while I struggle to get this green one. I'll figure it out eventually. I may need to... Because I want to stop it right here. Can I utilize these other ones somehow? Maybe? Okay. Gonna take a risk here. So if that one can go there, then I can put that one back. And if I can find a way to stop one there, like if I were to go... like that. Oh, but now that gray one is stuck. Well, darn. It was. We didn't go anywhere outside of the museum. Yeah, so it didn't really feel like we were in Greece. Yeah, Phantom of Venice was the Italian game. I love New Zealand, though I totally forgot Shattered Medallion took place there. Exactly, like it needed to make us feel more like it was actually there. Shadow in the Water's Edge was great in that sense. You can tell you're in Japan, but it's not in your face. Absolutely. I love that about Shadow in the Water's Edge. That's definitely one of the more successful international mysteries, in my opinion. Somebody lives in Canada. Was that you, Hound Dog? I feel like the Canadian one, the White Wolf, was quite nice. Like, it felt, I mean, maybe it was just because of all of the snow, but that one felt good. So this one goes here. And then maybe I have to do it with this one. Like this. And there goes the green one. Okay. And then if I can put the pink one here. And then I just need to find a way to get the blue one to stop there. Maybe if I do something like this. I'd much rather games like that where you get a sense that you're somewhere else for sure. White Wolf was so frustrating for me. We do not talk like Mr. Kessler. That's a good point, Allison. That's a very good point. I have the Minnesota accent, so I've definitely, like, I have heard people that talk like Mr. Kessler, Bill Kessler, but very rarely. Like, sometimes when I hang out with my grandma, I'll start to hear my O's stretch out a little bit, and I'll start to sound a little bit more like Mr. Kessler, like more of that Fargo exaggerated type accent. But yeah, the vast majority of people do not talk like that, which is very funny. Why am I struggling so much with this puzzle? There we go. Okay, that goes down. This one can go... Yes, I am Canadian. There were some small inaccuracies in it, though, from a Canadian perspective. That's really interesting. The accents especially, I'm guessing. I'm sad to report we do talk like Yanni in Eastern Europe. Really? That's so interesting. So his voice acting... Is it working again yet? Are we better? Are we back yet? The internet's down. You didn't touch it, did you? Maybe. Are we back? Are we back? Testing. Testing to see if we're actually back. Yay, okay. Thanks for your patience, guys. I don't know what happened there. My internet just decided, welp, I'm done. I've had it. I'm the only one using it too. No one else in the house is using it right now. I'm sorry, guys. Thanks for sticking around. This accent discussion is actually really interesting. The accents in my province aren't stereotypically Canadian, but I can confirm that we love our hockey donuts and say A all the time. I love that. The one way I distinguish Canadians is that they talk English fluently, but have this really faint European accent. Sounds weird, but I never get it wrong. Oh, that's interesting. What part of Canada? I know West Coast tends to be a bit more British sounding. And Newfoundland, we just ignore them in general. Speaking of White Wolf, guess what Argofumps is streaming? Nice. What makes sense, Moon and Allison, as Canada is part of the British Commonwealth. My accent is a slight mix of an English accent with an American one. That's so cool. Manitoba. Nice. All right, well, I hope we're back for now. Fingers crossed that the internet decides that it can manage for a little bit while longer. Because we are actually getting pretty close now. We have one medallion. We need to do this puzzle. Rotate everything so we have some corners that work. There we go. That appears to match. This line matches at least. And these are probably actually up here in the corners. Woohoo! I'm from Windsor, Ontario, real close to the Detroit border, so I hear a lot of American accents all day. Nice. Do Canadians say ope? Or is that just a Minnesotan thing? This goes here, baby. This goes here. This goes here, maybe? Yeah, that looks right. The lines at least line up. You have to get the leaves to line up, though. That looks really close. Is that better, though? No, that's not better. This better? Just a cultural difference I've noticed with Americans, too, is they don't say goodbye on the phone. They just hang up. Took me years to get used to it. Oh, that's hilarious. We have a Minnesota goodbye where we say goodbye too long. Like, we stand in the doorway and say goodbye about 500 times before people actually leave. And we do the same thing on the phone, too. As I frequently have people ask me if I'm from England. Oh, so I probably have a bit of a thicker English accent than most Canadians might. I don't hear it myself, though. That's really interesting. That's so cool. And these little dealy boppers line up on the bottom. These little, like, mini leaves almost. Where's some more? And these ones have some little ones. These ones have some little ones. Maybe... Why does that look weird? Oh, probably because they change sides. One would imagine. Oh, look, I fixed it. That extended goodbye is also accurate in Canada. Nice. That's interesting, but then again, I did work in customer service, so I was trained to say goodbye. Sure, yeah, that makes sense. Everyone's trying to emulate British accent here. That's interesting that in Middle East and Asia, they tend to favor American accent, I've heard. Interesting. That's cool. When I've traveled to other countries, like Mexico and the Dominican Republic, people think that I am from Canada. That's what they usually guess instead of saying that I'm from America. That is sort of close, but that I don't think it's quite right. The middle ones are going to be the ones that are tricky. That one? Aha. No? No. Don't say aha so soon unless you are sure that you've got it. I was born in the South, Louisiana to be exact. I've always really wanted to go to Louisiana. That's one of the states that I haven't been to. I've been to 35 states, but Louisiana I have not made it to yet. That piece? No. This piece. Maybe. No. No. Sound like Nancy when she's working on puzzles. No. That's it. No. At least we have some nice music to listen to while I struggle with this puzzle. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. To me, you sound like a typical American, the news anchor type. Of course, as a foreigner, I'm not a good judge of that. LOL. Ukraine and Russia, long story. LOL. Yeah, I definitely have what's called the standard American dialect. There's different dialects for every different part of America, but I generally have the standard American one, which is definitely more common among young people too. It's usually older people that have the more stereotypical dialects, like the stereotypical Boston accent. Like it's typically older people, and most young people now have the standard American dialect. Might be right. That might also be right. That's definitely right. See, what I should do is just, like, put pieces down and then see if they look right. Maybe that's easier than just trying to figure it out willy-nilly. But I guess what I'm doing, aha, is more willy-nilly. But it's willy-nilly with a system. There's a purpose to the willy-nilliness. This one? This one. Aha! Eureka! Is this where I'm running into problems? Is that these are not in the right order? That is where I'm running into problems. Okay, that helps a lot. So then this one is probably swapped with this one. There we go. We did it! Wow, I haven't been to many places at all. Louisiana is a blast, and I haven't been to New Orleans because my parents did not want to travel to the city of one-way streets. Ooh, yeah, I bet the traffic is rough. Accents and dialects fascinate me as I'm actually studying linguistics and English at my uni. That's so cool. Yes, linguistics are so cool. I had to take a lot of phonetics classes for my degree, and that was one of my favorite parts for sure. Accents and dialects are pretty fascinating, obviously. Yeah, top row needs work, I think. Thanks, Allison. You were totally right. We found the journal. We did it, everyone. The journal. What time is it? It is 6:30, but I have no idea if it's in the morning or in the evening. I guess we can go see if there are people around, and if there aren't, then it's probably in the morning. Hooray, victory music! Yay! Well, I might be one of like 12 Russians with a decent accent, but I still have a lot to learn. Russian. It's really cool. Alright, who's up? Who's awake? Lisa, are you awake? No? Dexter, are you awake? Dexter's up.
Hey there, Nancy.
Okay, we're back. I hope. I'm back. Did I miss anything exciting? Besides the game just cutting out again? Waiting very patiently. Yes, thank you, Golden Moon. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'd like to be Gryffindor, but I do have some Slytherin traits in me. Ooh, interesting, Golden. Only a loading screen. Is it better now? I'm hoping it's better now. Yes, I am a Ravenclaw. I love this conversation topic. I always love to talk about Harry Potter. I am a Ravenclaw, and my Ilvermorny house is... Oh, shoot, what's it? Now I can't remember the names. It's the one based off of the little dwarf troll-like animals. It's working. You guys are so patient. You guys are real heroes. Thank you so much for your support. What time is it? Okay, it is 7:15 p.m. Okay, I can't call the operator. Can we go talk? Well, I guess we should probably talk to the professor. Should we set our alarm for 3 a.m.? I was sorted into Hufflepuff last time I checked. Probably would have been my last choice, but it's what I got. It's all good. We're having a good time. Good way to spend our quarantine time. Thanks, Hound Dog. Maybe reload the vid? It's fine for me. Yeah, it should be better now, I hope. They aren't a bad house, just boring, lol. They don't get nearly as much love in the movies, and sometimes even the books, as they should. I just had a thought. Are you noticing more people coming to your YouTube live streams or your Twitch ones? Definitely YouTube. I've definitely been noticing more on YouTube. Haha, Allison Shade.
Hello, my fellow night owl. Or perhaps I should say hoot hoot. Ooh. Did you find anything of interest in my room?
I did pop in there, though interesting doesn't begin to describe the place. Would you mind if I went back another time?
Of course not. Pop in all you like, just not when I'm working.
I found something that I think you'll be very interested in. It seems to be some kind of journal. I think it was written by Marie Antoinette herself.
What? Let me see that. This is it. I've been trying to track this down for 15 years. Where on earth did you find it?
Well, it's a long story, but I happened to find a way into the Queen's Tower, where I happened to find a secret compartment. I think this must be what the vandal was after.
Nancy, I must warn you. I'll wrestle you for this if I have to, and it won't be pretty.
I've not been sorted, Slytherin or Gryffindor. I often try to play an evil character in games, then end up becoming good in the end. That's a cool storyline to follow, though. I'm a Hufflepuff, so I can say it. I love that. I actually downloaded Twitch just so I could watch these streams. Oh, thank you, Golden. But it's really glitchy. YouTube acts out sometimes, too, but it's much better, in my opinion. Okay, well, that's good. That makes me feel good. More confident doing it on YouTube. I'm a bigger fan of Lord of the Rings and Chronicles of Narnia. Yes, I love both of those series, too. Oops.
I'm sure physical combat won't be necessary, Professor. I'm glad to help you with your work, but I need your assistance in return. You're fluent in French, aren't you?
Absolutely. I'll get to work on it right away. I'll have the translation ready in my room for you this time tomorrow. Until then, I mustn't be disturbed.
She mustn't be disturbed. Well, I think I'm gonna have Nancy head to bed, so we can try and talk to everyone else in the morning. So let's maybe set our clock for, what, like 11 maybe? Everyone's got to be up by 11, right? Twitch doesn't like my phone. Okay, good. I'll keep doing them on YouTube then. Hashtag Hufflepuff privileges. Love it. What's everyone's Patronus? Mine is a kingfisher.
Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Glad you came down to talk. Get this. I saw Dexter walking out to the maintenance shack with this, like, green ornament thing in his hand. He's up to something, right? Maybe you should check it out.
If you're so interested, why don't you go check it out yourself?
I'd love to, but I really should get to work on my article.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Thanks for the hot tip, Lisa. Stay warm, she says. Sinister. Sinister indeed. My friend Landon is a big Lord of the Rings fan. I've never really gotten into it, though. I've seen all the movies, but I haven't read the books. But I'm sure it's a lot like most series, where the books are actually so much deeper than the movies ever even get, and the movies are still really long. What do we have over here? Oh, a big ol' rat. That is a hefty rodent. Excuse me, little guy. I'm just gonna take this and enjoy my victory music. Everything's fine. Everything's going well.
I'm locked out.
Oh no!
If I don't get inside soon, I'll freeze to death.
Everything is not going well. Oh no! Okay, so we have to do 2 down, 3 down, 4, 3. There we go. I fixed it.
What the? What's going on out here? Is that you, Nancy? Come inside. It's freezing out here. What kind of a stunt was that, Missy?
I was freezing. That stunt was my version of an SOS.
Well then, what can I say except good thinking?
Thanks, Dexter. I will say not everyone can get through the book since Tolkien goes into quite a few details concerning the landscape. I played the Lord of the Rings games with my brother as a kid, but I prefer D&D over Lord of the Rings. The impact of Lord of the Rings is so huge that I already know all the characters and plot lines without seeing it. Yeah, true. It does have a lot of influence. Hey, Lisa, you want to explain your hot tip?
Nancy, I heard you got locked out. You could have frozen to death. So, what was Dexter hiding out there?
I don't know. It just looked like your average maintenance shed to me. So, next time you give me a hot tip, Lisa, it better come with some earmuffs.
Huh, I thought for sure I was onto something. I still think Dexter's shady. I'd keep an eye on him if I were you.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
I think you're shady. Personally. Okay, can we go talk to Jacques? And then maybe we'll head up to bed so we can see if the professor is done with the journal. If Jacques... I just want to argue with Jacques, really, because it's hilarious. I'm not sure about my Patronus either. A stag or a saber-toothed tiger. A stag because they remind us of my grandfather, or a saber-tooth because my father really liked them. That's really cool.
Nancy, I still cannot believe you lost my medallion. How could you have been so careless?
He talks like a pirate. Stay up here, game. I still cannot believe you lost me medallion. Typos are funny.
Why did you send me to get your medallion in the first place? Was that some kind of setup?
Setup? What are you talking about? All I know is my medallion is gone. I should never have trusted you.
My sentiments exactly. Goodbye.
Au revoir, little Miss Nightmare.
Rude. I love it when Nancy yells at characters. My sentiments exactly. Jacques' Patronus would be the journal. It would. He doesn't even know that we found the journal, and I'm not going to tell him because he's being mean. You don't get to see the journal. Alright, let's head to bed and see if the professor is done translating the journal. "3 a.m. Ooh, Nancy's gonna have a long nap. I literally laughed out loud at the idea of a journal Patronus. Can you imagine it's like pages flapping to protect you? Hotchkiss would likely have 50 chicken wings as her Patronus. Yes, it would just be like a large group of floating chicken wings. Like a swarm of birds, but they're just the wings.
I'm so glad you stopped by. I've translated the entire journal. It's fabulous! And as an added bonus, it includes Marie's official decoder, something no one else has ever found before.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. Up to the professor's room we go. This is a big reveal here. Oops. Where? There it is. Okay. My husband is like an impossible child. I still cannot believe Louis bought this tiara when the French economy is in so much trouble. I told him I didn't want it. What does he expect me to do with it? I cannot wear it. The people hate me already. They call me Madame Deficit, as if the country's debt were all my fault. I wish I could sell it and return the money to France. But this would embarrass Louis publicly now. If he and I appear divided, the mob will erupt They'll overthrow the monarchy in no time, and we will find ourselves kneeling at the guillotine. I have thought of a plan. I will have the tiara dismantled. There is a dear old jeweler, Claude M., in a village near Rochemont, who will do it for me. I trust him with my life. Once the stones are removed, Claude will make the ruby, the emerald, and the sapphire into ornamental medallions. These I will scatter across the continent. The diamond is worth untold millions and must be returned to the French people, but not now, not while the country is tearing itself apart. I will hide it as carefully as I would hide the key to my soul, so that it will not be discovered for generations. Someday, when the medallions are brought back together and my message is decoded, the diamond will be found. But it will take an extraordinary person, and I don't believe it will happen until the wounds of this revolution have healed and history has wrought a new, more rational French order of some kind. Finally, when the people's wealth is returned to them, this diamond of misery will be restored to its magnificent beauty. Tomorrow I will have my portrait painted by the great Marcel Bonnet. I have announced that I will not wear the tiara. Louis is furious. He does not even know that the wretched crown no longer exists. I have sent the emerald medallion to Vienna, to my dear cousin, the Baroness Helga von Hunseldorf, as a token of my affection. The ruby and the sapphire remain in my secret compartment, where I keep this journal. Journal! But soon I will decide where to send them. My own court speaks viciously of me, and I feel terribly alone. I only hope that someday, years from now, my actions will be better understood. If you are reading this, know that my honor shall be blue, our courage shall be red, and your loyalty shall be green. I wish you well, weary traveler.
It looks like some sort of decoder. Each of these symbols stands for a certain word.
Indeed they do. Okay, so we have that. And now I'm hoping... Aha! A blue medallion. So now we have all 3 medallions. And we can finish watching the professor. Lisa's would be an actually good wig. Yes.
Oh, what's this? It appears to be some kind of peephole. But what, pray, does it peep upon? Shall I peep? La la, I do believe I'll peep. The beauty, the colors. So this is what Helga told me to look for. Where's my medallion? It fits! Note to self, high five Team Hotchkiss. And what's this? A message? Eureka! It says the diamond.
It says the diamond. Shall I peep? I love you read all the documents to us. So much nicer than forcing us to read. Thanks, Allison. I enjoy reading the documents. Because, like, in real life, Nancy would have to read them all. She wouldn't just be able to scan them over. Okay, so now we have the decoder. We have all 3 medallions. And we know that we must peep. But what, pray, shall we peep upon? This peephole, methinks. La vérité est toujours l'idée de tout le monde. Wonderful. Okay. So we have the blue one. And we can look through and see these symbols. The solution is found within. And then green. La diamant de ma misère dans mon journal. Diamond of my misery is in the journal. And then the red one. And I already have all of the symbols written down, so I'm not going to do that part again. But now if we go back to the professor's room, I'm not sure if the game wants me to, like, check the decoder again just to be sure that I have it right.
I think I see what the symbols in the stained glass mean now. Let's see. Purple rose, hold diamond, key of queen. But where have I seen a purple rose? And what's a diamond key?
Ooh, I know, Nancy. I know. She's a peeping Tom, she is. She's a medallion peep. Can we talk to her still? Is she still out and about?
Hello there. Oh, it's so exciting about your discovery. I wonder what it will lead too.
What does l'espoir à ceux qui cherchent mean?
Let's see. Well, espoir is hope, and chercher is to search. Hope to those who search.
Can you translate this for me? Le diamant de misère dans mon journal.
Now, where the heck have I seen that phrase before? Well, anyway, it means the diamond of misery in my journal.
Can you tell me what this means in English? La solution se trouve dedans.
Well, trouver is to find, and solution is just like it sounds, solution. The solution is found within.
Ooh, Easter eggs on the phone. Yeah, how do we do the Easter eggs on the phone?
I saw a letter on your desk from your friend, the Baroness von Hanseldorf, and I'm just wondering, did the medallion she gave you have a blue stone in it by any chance?
Heavens no! Where did you hear such a thing? My medallion had a green stone in it. Anything else would be a mere imposter, a flaming faker, do you hear me?
What do you think of Lisa Ostrom?
That Leslie, yes, oh, real dynamo, but... I told Chester that I would not require any maid service during my stay. I don't know why she didn't get the message.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Because she's being sketchy. Okay, should we go to the phone first, maybe? And try some Easter eggs before we solve the final puzzle? I'll wait for you guys to let me know. Sure, I can tell you the numbers whenever you're ready. Okay, I am ready. Oops, why do I have a paintbrush? Cool, they all involve the letters on the phone. First type go cats. It's a cat! I thoroughly agree with that one. Go cats! Cats are heroes. Where's my cat, speaking of? She doesn't really hang out with me when I play on my computer. She's not much of a lap cat. Locked and loaded. Oh, Lisa. Next one is McQuack. LMNOP. Where do you see a Q?
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording.
Oh, Q is on the 0. I get it. These are so random. What game developers do when they're bored. Okay, so we get cat noises, we get some duck noises. Arakari is the final one. Ooh. That was hard to spell. The A and the C's. That's great. Those are fun. That's cool. I've never done that before. Okay. Let's head to the library. Not that way. This way. There we go. I think we have everything we need to solve this mystery. Okay. Ah! Picked up a key while I was at it. Or another key. 3*7*2. Those were great. I agree, Amanda. Okay, up we go, back into the vent. Nancy's gonna like really shimmy through here real quickly. Boogie on down, Nancy. Now we get to hear the clanking metal over and over again. 6, 4, 6, 6, 2, 1, 6, 2, 3, 6, 2, 4, 6, 2, 5, 4, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 1. Yay! How do people find Easter eggs apart from walkthroughs? Like if the game is brand new? That is such a good question. I've always wondered that. I don't think I've ever found... Well, I did find in Shadow of Water's Edge the Easter egg that you get by listening to the recording. And it says, like, under the broken tile, you must peek. I found that one without anything, but I have never found another one without using, like,
locked.
Wikipedia or a walkthrough or something. Never ever. Made it through here. Go up the tunnel. Up the stairs. Into the room of the Rochemonts. Okay, so honor is blue. Courage is red and loyalty is green. Oh, I forgot what each of the symbols are. Blue, red, green. How about red, blue, green? Okay. How about blue, green, red? Blue, red, green? Red, blue, green, green, blue. Is there an order I missed? Oh yeah, we need the key, don't we? Aha! Okay, so we got that. Honor is blue, courage is red, loyalty is green. Purple rose, hold diamond, king of queen. Key of queen. Hope to those who search, the diamond of misery in my journal. The solution is found within. You need the diamond key. Yes, thank you. I remember that Easter egg. The one from Haunted Carousel is neat too, as it involves a time paradox where Nancy calls herself on the phone. Yeah, that one is really cool. Okay, I forgot to write down the symbols for honor, courage, and loyalty. Red, blue, green? Oh, well that was a lucky guess. Hey, did it!
Diamond!
Whoa! Will you look at that sparkly rock? And me without my sunglasses.
Hi, Lisa. How did you get in here?
I followed you, of course. Turns out a nosy, goody-two-shoes detective is good to have around after all. Now, why don't you toss me that big honkin' diamond so I can blow this popsicle stand and never set foot in lame-o Wisconsin again?
Lisa, you must be kidding me. This diamond belongs in a museum in France.
Yeah? Well, I belong in the lap of luxury, and that diamond's gonna get me there. Hasn't anybody ever told you to mind your own business?
Oh, many times.
Well, maybe this time you'll learn.
Uh-oh. Oh!
My eyes!
Don't worry. My spicy devil villain venom won't last for long. But I'm afraid by the time you get your eyes back, you'll have missed my grand exit.
Are you the one who conked me on the head in the locker room?
Ouch. I bet that hurt. But I had to get the medallion somehow, didn't I? I hope we can still be friends.
Why did you leave Jacques' medallion at Hotchkiss's room? And Hotchkiss's medallion out in the shed?
To spread suspicion around, of course. You know, to play with your mind. Plus, I was at a dead end. I got the 2 messages from the stained glass window, but then what? I knew you would figure it out, so I decided to put the medallions in your hands and let you lead the way.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Speaking of accents, it's so true. Spicy devil villain venom. Just a wild guess, but I think she's the culprit. I think you might be right, Hound Dog.
Why did you have to vandalize that beautiful library?
Just a little translation mix-up. When I read the message from Hotchkiss's medallion, I thought it meant Diamond of Misery in the library. Whoops. Guess I went a little overboard looking for it in there. Anyway, enough with the questions, Nancy. You'll just have to read the rest in the papers.
I've got to stop her.
Stop! Thief!
Help! Get me out of here! It stinks down here. It's all moldy. Darn you, Nancy Drew. You're the worst friend a diamond thief could ever have.
Good.
Dear Dad, to think I almost became friends with a diamond thief. Everyone at Wickford Castle is resting easier now that Marie Antoinette's journal and her famous diamond are safe and sound. The journal, the diamond, and the medallions are all going to be featured in a new Marie Antoinette exhibit in Paris, and it looks like everyone will be rewarded. Except Lisa, of course. First, she missed her plane to Rio, and now she's going to be charged with attempted grand theft. Professor Hotchkiss is thrilled because the French government has granted her permission to publish Marie's journal in the U.S. before it gets returned to France. This ought to help prove her theory about Marie's character once and for all. Thanks to Jacques and his great-grandfather's efforts to find the journal, the Brunet name is being celebrated all over France. In the meantime, Jacques and Isabel have eloped. It's so romantic. I showed Dexter the poem that Ezra Wickford wrote him, and he was relieved to know that his old pop didn't carry any hard feelings to his grave. All the talk shows want Dexter to tell his story on national television, but he keeps turning them down. I guess he doesn't want to be famous or infamous. But when Christy Lane called and asked Dexter to be her business partner, he accepted. With her business sense and Dexter's expert knowledge of the castle, I think they'll make a great team. So, you know what they say, Dad? Il n'est jamais trop tard de changer l'histoire. It's never too late to change history. Me, I'm determined to go out and enjoy this snow before some other case comes up. See you soon. Love, Nancy.
Hooray! We did it! We had some technology issues along the way, but we did it! Wow, what a mouthful of a name for a tear gas. No kidding. Funny thing I just noticed, the stained glass window you look at is just under the door to the tower. You see it as you go up the stairs. Ooh, that is interesting. How Lisa was defeated. Kronk pulled the lever. Kronk at it again. Yes, go Kronk. Yay, we did it! Victory music for us. Yay! Oh, this is such a good mystery. And streaming it with all of you is so awesome. Such a nice stress reliever after a long day. It's so fun to play these games with you, so thank you everyone for joining so much. You are all such wonderful fellow detectives. So fun solving mysteries with you. Wow, that went by very quickly. Yeah, these early ones, they sometimes only take like 2 to 3 hours, and that's if you do everything that they have. They can sometimes even go faster. It's crazy. So up next then will be the final scene. Not positive again when I'll stream that one, but I've been able to keep up a schedule fairly well, so we'll see when that one comes up. It's definitely easiest if you subscribe and hit the notification bell to definitely know when I'll be streaming next, but I would imagine it'll be sooner rather than later. Yes, next up, final scene. I love the final scene. It's the first game I ever played in the Nancy Drew series. Very special place in my heart. Ah, that was so much fun. Thank you all. Thank you, Golden Moon. Well, I think we will leave this one right here. Thank you for a wonderful evening, fellow detectives. You are all wonderful. I can't wait to play with you again soon. Hope I can tune in for final scene. Great game. Yes, I hope to see you there as well, Hound Dog. Thanks so much for joining in for this one. Thanks so much, fellow detectives. I'll see you all later. Bye! Thanks for being here, and a great many thanks to Wizard Kitten for playing. Thanks, Amanda. Bye, everyone.